Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Talking about finances can be confusing, difficult, scary, murky even. But it doesn't have to be with Money Mentor by Michigan First Credit Union on your side. More than 90 years ago, Michigan First was founded on the principle of putting education first. Today, Money Mentor continues that tradition because affording the lifestyle you want isn't always easy. Check us out at MichiganFirstMoneyMentor.com or follow us on social media for tips, tricks, blogs, and videos today.
Playing of the national anthem.
It is a sunny and cool and windy day here in Detroit. Welcome everybody to the LTU Sports Network right here at the Corner Ballpark, the lovely venue of once was Old Tiger Stadium. Welcome everybody to our live coverage of today's doubleheader in the WAC Conference matchup between your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils and the Crusaders of Madonna. Lawrence Tech coming in, already having a good start to their conference play. They got 2 wins yesterday over Rochester and 2 very impressive wins on the offense. 18 runs in both games. And yet a lot of other games in the WAC Conference were postponed yesterday due to inclement weather. So therefore, Lawrence Tech sits alone in first place with the only games having played. And now they find themselves facing another top team in the conference in Madonna. These 2 teams faced off towards the tail end of last year. And last year was basically senior day, right? The tail end of the season, the last set of conference home games. Johnson with you on the call for this one. We are bounded away. Dominic Bassetti on the mound. First pitch is low and inside. The Garbic. Bassetti again, a handful of starts. He is the ace thus far this year. Fires in a strike. Now the count evens up at 1-1. Inside corner that time. Paints it and now he gets ahead 1-2. Bassetti, senior this year, working quickly with a 1-2. Jammed him up the middle. Reed. That's an efficient first out right there. Trent Reed makes the play. 1 away. Now bring up Sharkus, second batter in. Swings at first pitch, comes up empty. Sharkus hitting 396 this year. Already have 48 at bats. 10 runs and looks at strike number 2. 19 hits, 6 of those being doubles, 7 RBIs. City again ahead of the count. That one's popped up. Makoviak giving chase. He's along the wall. And it goes out of play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Setting a .530 average as that one's fouled away again. Coming into this one, record of 0-2. He's already made 4 starts this year. This will be his first conference start and 5th overall. Again, another 0-2. That one's high and away. 1-2 now in Sharkus. Got jammed. A little squibbler. But Makoviak stays with it, and there's 2 away. So great awareness by Jackson Makoviak. 2 quick outs for Bassetti here in the first inning.
The center fielder, Jace Mack.
If it's anything to set the tone for the rest of the game, is having a good and efficient first inning of work. So 2 away, they'll bring up Jace Mackin. .313 hitter, also 48 at bats total this year. 15 hits and 3 doubles. That one's into the dirt. Madonna coming in with a record of 6-8, having not a lot of games played. Curveball in there for a strike on the outside corner. Count evens up at 1-1. Up the middle again, diving stop, knocked down, and there's going to be no play. So Mackin will reach. Good effort by Kellen Banashevsky at second. So 2-out base runner for the Crusaders. Two down now for Matt Steelgrave. That one misses low. Steelgrave hitting at .250 this year. That one's popped up. Shallow right. Coming in, Yanessa, and he'll put it away. And that'll be the 3rd out, and the side is retired. So after 1/2 a play, LTU and Madonna scoreless going to the bottom of the 1st.
off the bottom of the first inning, designated hitter number 36, Joel Sternman.
Scoreless inning as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Madonna on the field for the defense, and their starter is Nate Blaine, coming in with a 5.40 ERA. Fires at a first strike to the leadoff hitter Joel Sternman. Hitting .380 overall this year. Chops it up the middle. And he's retired by a step. There was a Kroll on that play.
Second baseman number 13, Alan Benishevsky.
So one away, they'll bring up Kellen Bedashevsky. Another senior part of this squad, second baseman. Looks at that first pitch from strike from Blaine. Oh, 1. Now down the count 0-2 is Benishevsky. Hitting .265 this year with a handful of bats in there. Chops it in front and they'll let it bounce foul. Count remains 0-2. Blaine coming in with a record of 2-1, making his 5th start overall, 20 innings pitched, giving up 23 hits and 12 earned runs. That one's fouled away. A lovely venue of the Corner Ballpark right here in downtown Detroit. LTU has used this field to their advantage so many times in case of weather here in the state of Michigan. The entire Madonna bench wanted that called. It was just outside. Blaine has been painting the corners thus far for 2 batters. Count now is at 1-2. Reaching for it, up the middle again. Kroll on the run, and it's scooped up very nicely by Kizak.
Now back to the Rebels. Left fielder number 29, Nick Olsen.
So 2 away, they'll bring up Nick Olsen, the number 3 hitter. That one just misses low in the first pitch from Blaine. Olsen hitting .258 this year, 62 at bats. Already having two homers. A lot of those came within the last few days. Takes a hack and comes up empty. Count evens up at 1-1. And himself a grand slam and a 3-run homer in the games yesterday against Rochester. Now he's down the count 0-1-2. Blaine working very efficiently, trying to match Bassetti. 1-2. That one's chopped, but they call it foul, and it appears to hit Olsen while he was still in the box. Olsen really fit into this number 3 spot last year overall when he made all his starts in that number 3 hitting spot. Sliced and goes foul. Count remains 1-2. The offense yesterday against Rochester really exploded in the first inning, especially in Game 1. 7 runs in that first inning of Game 1, then 3 in Game 2. That one just misses outside, and it goes to 2-2. But to recap, 18 runs in Game 1 and 18 runs again in Game 2. Here's 2-2. Fouled. Olsen hanging around in there. Up the middle, but snared there by Blaine. And Blaine's going to have himself a 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the second inning. After 1 inning of play, we are scoreless. First pitch strike from Bassetti. We're into the top of the second inning. Again, working quickly. Swung on and missed, a leg cut. Bassetti ahead, 0-2. Missed high and away. First baseman Kilzek. No misses away. Count goes now to 2-2. Slow curve. Chop it to first. Makoviak will handle it himself. And that's a 3 unassisted. So just like the last inning, another quick first out.
The catcher, Zachary Beadle.
So one away, that'll bring up Zachary Beadle. Said he delivers a first pitch strike. Hitting ahead in the count. Beadle hitting .220 this year, 41 at bats coming into this contest. That one is into left, and that one's going to fall for a base hit. And that'll be a 1-out single for Beadle, and that's the first hit for Madonna. Check that second hit. And for the second consecutive inning, the Crusaders will have a runner on base. He'll get a pinch runner for Beadle, and that will be Aiden Shipman. First pitch is high, up to Revere.
Now batting, Kyle Revere.
Revere, their shortstop. That one's in the dirt, smuggled up there by Earhart. Bassetti falling behind, 2-0. That one is in there for a strike, and it goes now to 2-1. Revere coming in hitting .276. This will be his 30th at bat of the season thus far. 8 hits, all of them this season. Couldn't miss on that one. Bassetti evens it up at 2-2. So he's got a lot of ground ball outs. Trying to look up for one right here to possibly turn 2. Inside, and count goes full, 3-2. Here comes the payoff. Runner goes. Swung and miss. And throw is just a bit late. So Revere's gone via the strikeout. And Shipman gets the stolen base. First pitch is down and in and gets away. And it got right through Earhart. So now Shipman is at third base, and the potential first run of the game is 90 feet away. This is Z of the DH. That one's in there for a strike, and evens up at 1-1. Seti trying to leave that runner stranded at third. Paints the inside corner that time. And that was a strike away from ending the inning. One, two. Half swing. The appeal. He did not go. That curveball diving down and in had him fooled. The appeal to the field umpires in the second base slot. It's a tough call. So count evens up at 2-2. Seti looking to end it. And he does in the dirt. Earhart to first. And that will leave the runner stranded. So Bisetti with a couple of strikeouts here in the second inning will leave that runner stranded at third base. We go to the bottom of the second inning.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning, right fielder number 28, Jake Yanessa.
Scoreless game as we go into the bottom of the second inning here at the Corner Ballpark. Thank you for joining us again in the LTU Sports Network. LTU and Madonna, a good matchup early in the season. Hacking away first pitch, Jake Yanessa stepping in for LTU. Yanessa having himself a good season thus far, hitting .403. 62 at-bats combined, 25 hits, 5 doubles, and 2 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Let that one go inside. Count goes at 1-1. Nate Blaine worked a scoreless 1-2-3 inning back in the first, and now he's behind 2-1. Yanessa waits. That one's popped up, but it'll go foul. 2-2 now. Yanessa worked a lot as a DH last year, was limited for throwing injuries. That one's chopped over to third, diving stop, but it gets through the hole for a base hit. So Yanessa gets the first hit for LTU, and we have a laid-off base runner. That'll be Yanessa's 26th hit. So runner on, they'll bring in Jackson Wikowiak. Longtime member of this organization. Looks at a ball low. Wikowiak hitting .319 this year. Total of 72 at bats. To first, they step on it. They'll have to throw to second, and the ball gets away. So Wikowiak was retired on the fielder's choice, and Yanessa moves up to second.
Now back to Blue Devils shortstop number 16, Trent Reed.
So one away, a runner in scoring position now for Trent Reed, sophomore out of Beaverton. Reed hitting .320 this year. Really come into his own since being a part of the team last year. Took over that shortstop's role. He's got the height and the arm for it. And there is a lot of versatility on this roster. Reed also a reliable relief pitcher. Has gotten a couple of saves this year, 3 of them to be exact, so he is a reliability at any time. Trying to cash in that runner at second base. That one's outside. So Blaine falling behind 2-0. Jake Yanessa on second. He reached on a hit. They try to pick off the second. Blaine made it close. Blaine has a total of 9 walks and 16 strikeouts coming in to this 5th start. (2-0). Slice foul. This Madonna Crusaders team really tried to outdo themselves because the last contest that they were in, they were all the way down in Georgia facing the 2022 NAIA National Champion, Georgia Gwinnett College. And they had a real tough time down there. They got destroyed in the first matchup 3-23, and then lost in the second game 8-3 overall. And they were supposed to come back to start conference play against U of M Dearborn, but those games got postponed. Ground ball, that will get through. They're going to hold the runner at third. And they got him at the corners with 1 out. So a huge opportunity for LTU.
Now batting, catcher, number 10, Jason Earhart.
So 2 hits in the inning. And now a huge spot for LTU. But also you got to be wary of the base runners because if I know anything, being a former player of Stan Eldridge, he loves to create havoc on the base pass. Ball low to Jason Earhart. Leading the team with an average of .404 and a total of 74 at bats and 19 hits. Pick off at first, and they do get him at first base. So Blaine picks off Trent Reed, and there's 2 outs. So now I was trying to get 1 in. Earhart fouls it away. So just the same setup as the last half inning. Runner at third with 2 outs. Blaine trying to leave Yanessa there. Earhart trying to get him to come home. That one's low. Earhart cut and missed. 1-2 now. Outside, now it's 2-2. Two pitch, foul away. Earhart trying to hang in there. 11 RBIs total for Earhart. Had a home run within that doubleheader against Rochester just yesterday. Blaine trying to leave that runner at third. Misses high, count goes full. Two hits in the inning and a pickoff. Payoff pitch. That one's high for ball 4. So again, runners at the corners.
Number 6, Sam DeKuyper.
So pinch running is Kellen Harding at first base for Earhart.
Now running for Blue Devils number 9, Kellen Harding.
So again, once more, LTU has runners at corners, this time with 2 outs, and they'll bring up Sam DeKuyper. Hitting .200 this year. Looks at a first pitch strike from Blaine. Total of 60 at-bats, 12 hits and 3 doubles, 9 runs batted in. Now he's down the count 0-2. And Blaine is 1 pitch away from ending the threat. Oh, 2. Runner goes, they bluff, they throw back to third, and they call him safe. The Madonna bench is in disbelief. So Harding is at second. He has a stolen base. He kind of pulled up to draw the throw from the catcher, but instead they bluffed and threw back to third. And now a base hit could bring in 2 potential runs. 1-2 to DeKuyper. High and away. Now it's 2-2. Blue Devils have made Nate Blaine work this second inning. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. And the side is retired, so no runs, 2 hits, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the third inning. It is scoreless here at the Corner Ballpark.
Leading off the top of the third inning, second baseman number 14, Nick Kroll.
Scoreless game between LTU and Madonna. Bassetti back to work. Delivers high to Nick Kroll. Kroll, the number 9 hitter, second baseman. Hitting .222 this year. 28 at bats coming in. Now he's ahead in the count 2-0. LTU threatened but did not score last half inning. Now 3-0. Now Bassetti having to work back into the count. It's a strike on that one. Trying to get that crucial first out to start the frame. Gets the inside corner that time. Runs the count full. Cool and sunny and windy day here in Detroit. Payoff. Missed inside, and it's a leadoff walk. Kroll draws the walk, and we go back to the top of the order.
The third baseman, Anthony Gerbasic.
So third straight inning for Crusaders with a base runner. That one misses high to Gerbasic. Gerbasic hitting .268 this year. 11 hits and 3 doubles. Looks at a strike that time, and it's 1-1. Bassetti up to this point has gotten a lot of ground ball outs, looking for another one right here. That one's popped up. Makoviak giving chase, and he makes the play in foul territory. So Gerbasic pops out, and that's the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, Anthony Sharkus.
So I'll bring up Sharkus with 1 out. And a base runner on. That one spins in there for a ball inside. Sharkus leading Madonna with an average of .396. Looks at a strike that time. And it's 1-1. Nineteen hits and seven RBIs thus far. That one's sliced foul. And Bassetti gets ahead 1-2. Rolls at first. He walked. 1-2. That one gets away. 2-2. Trying to get that ground ball to play. Runner goes, and it's fouled away. Right at home plate. Bassetti coming in an ERA of .530, win and loss record at 0-2. Pitched up over 18 innings of work. And he strikes out Sharkus, and that's the second out.
The center fielder, Jason Matkin.
So still runner at first, now 2 outs, and pop out and a strikeout. And I'll bring up Jace Mackin. He gets a first base strike in the breaking ball. Said he left a runner stranded at third last half inning. Now he gets ahead 0-2 of Mackin. Now he's looking to keep Kroll there at first base. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Fisetti strikes him out. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning right here on the LTU Sports Network.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Blue Devils, 3rd baseman number 15, Nick Post.
0-0 as we go into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nate Blaine back to work for Madonna. Faces 9-1-2. Nick Post lead things off for LTU. First pitch, and that one got a piece of the knee right there. Post coming in inning at 226, 31 at bats and 7 hits, and 4 RBIs. Going quite for the transition here, converting from outfield to 3rd base. Chopper in the hole, deep diving stop, but there's going to be no play. And he comes up limping at the end of that play. Post did deal with a bit of a quad injury over the course of last year. San Eldridge will come out to assess. So another leadoff base runner for LTU to start this 3rd frame. Plays pause momentarily as we check on Nick Post. Training staff's coming out. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. So Post with the base hit, but he's going to head to the bench to be assessed. We hope for the best. Bench running is Trent Matthews at first base. So that will lead everything to the top of the order.
Designated hitter number 36, Joel Sturman.
So leadoff base hit again. Back-to-back innings for LTU. I'll bring up Sternman. Looks at a ball outside. Sternman grounded out in his first late appearance. Big off try at first. Matthews gets back in there. Gets a strike in there, and it's 1-1 on Sternman. Lays down a bunt, and it's a good one. Blaine with a bare hand gets the out at first. So the runner moves up on the sacrifice.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, second baseman number 13, Alan Banaszewski.
So now Matthews at second, one down. And I'll bring up Banaszewski. Gets the first pitch strike in there by Blaine. Blaine up to this point only in the first inning had no trouble on the base pass. He had retired 2 runners back in the second inning and now has to try to retire another runner in scoring position. This is high to Banaszewski. Matthews at second. He replaced Post with the leadoff single. That one is chopped over to first. They will feed to Blaine, and that's the second out. Matthews over to third. So now it'll be up to Nick Olson.
Now back to Blue Devils left fielder number 29, Nick Olson.
So second straight inning, LTU has a base runner at third base. Olson looks at a first pitch strike. Tried to hold up, but he couldn't. Now the count goes 0-2. Two is fouled off. Olson trying to cash in that runner at third base. Looking for that first run. Just missed outside. Lane has been able to work himself out of these jams last 2 innings. Trying to do it once more. Now misses high. Now it's 2-2. Had 2 home runs in Rochester doubleheader. One of those a 3-run homer and one of them a grand slam. And he's gone swinging, and Blaine again retires a runner at third base. So a hit, and 1 base runner again.
Ryan Stograve.
Dominic Rossetti back to work. Trying to bunt his way on was Steelgrave. But he came up empty. Rossetti able to work himself out of a jam with a couple of strikeouts. Just missed that time, and it's 1-1. Now it's popped up foul. And now it's 1-2. Rossetti had it and a lot of base runners on the first couple of frames here. Now it's 2-2. The two-out base runner in the first. And he gets him looking that time on the curveball. Rossetti with the strikeout. And there's one away. When Rossetti's on point, that pitch is really unhittable. Gets ahead. 0-1. Madonna didn't really like that call as they're all over the home plate umpire. Rossetti will take it. And he gets ahead 0-2. Looking way more efficient. Trying to have himself a clean inning. Two-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. And back-to-back strikeouts for Rossetti. 2 down in the inning.
The catcher, Zachary Beadle.
2 down now for Beadle. He reached on base via the hit. Looks at the inside corner strike. Rossetti has been dealing it in this fourth frame. Hits that spot one more time, and it's 0-2 again. Possibly looking to strike out the side. 0-2. This is high and away. Trying to get his first 1-2-3 inning of this start. He's worked in and out of traffic for majority. Swung on and missed. And Rossetti strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is still 0-0. Still scoreless. Nate Blaine back to work for Madonna. Deals the first pitch strike to Jake Yanessa. Yanessa reached on a base hit in his last time up. Now he's down the count 0-2. Dominic Fusetti had struck out the side the last half inning. Yanessa pops it up and it will go foul. Lane having to deal with a lot of traffic issues on the base paths as Yanessa fouls it back another. At a scoreless 1-2-3 first inning, ever since LTU has threatened to score multiple times, and all the times Blaine has left them all stranded. 0-2 again. Popped up and fouled again. Yanessa hanging around in there. And that one lands in a rooftop suite over here at the corner ballpark. If they were taking a nap, they're probably awake by now. 0-2 again. That one just missed on the inside. Madonna really wanted that call. 1-2 now on Jake Yanessa. Topped, third, running play, and a good scoop over at first base by Kizak. Good running play by Anthony Sharkis at third base.
Now back to Blue Devils. Third baseman, number 25, Jackson Rokowiak.
One down for Wakowiak. He grounded out to first on fielder's choice. Jam shot over to third, and that's an easy play for Sharkis. That's a quick second out for Blaine. So 2 down, they'll bring up Trent Reed.
Now back to Blue Devils shortstop, number 16, Trent Reed.
Swings away first pitch, fouls it back. Ground ball in the hole, diving stop. Throw to first, and Reed will beat it out. Revere tried as he might, a great effort. And Reed will reach on the infield hit.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, catcher number 10, Jason Earhart.
So 2 outs and another runner on base for LTU. Now bring up Earhart. Beadle tried a back pick, but he lost the handle on strike 1. Now Blaine again, 1 strike away from ending the inning as he is ahead 0-2 on Earhart. Laid off that time, it's now 1-2. Big off attempt. Blaine got Reed a couple innings ago when they had him at the corners with 1 out. He picked off Reed. They got the second out, and then he got a strikeout to leave a runner stranded at third base. Inside, and it's now 2-2. High and away, and now it goes full, so the runner will have a head start at first base. Reed will take off. No pit, nobody there. Blaine trying to pick off, not realizing there was nobody covering. Randy Kozak was nowhere in the vicinity, and it hit the back of Reed. Payoff, and time was called. A weird turn of events. So there will be no pitch. That was a rather unusual sequence. First the pickoff with no first baseman, and now time called as Blaine dealt the pitch. Stand after a bit of discussion. So everything will reset. Reed will take off once more. Again, another payoff pitch to Earhart. Swung on and missed. They'll have to throw to first, and that will retire the side. So Blaine again leaves a runner on base. We go to the top of the fifth inning. It still remains scoreless.
Leading off the top of the fifth inning for the Crusaders, shortstop number 5, Kyle Revere.
Showing bunt is Revere, and he comes up empty. First pitch from Pusetti. Struck out the side in last fourth inning. Now 1-1. Now down and low to Revere. 7, 8, 9 due up this inning. Two, 1. Now it's 3-1. So a bit of a rough start on this first batter for Pichetti after being very efficient in the last inning. That'll be the second leadoff walk.
The designated hitter, Jake Z.
So second leadoff walk for Pichetti. Now bringing the designated hitter Zeeb. Showing bunt. Gets it down. Earhart in front. Gets the out at first. So the Crusaders will take the sacrifice for the first out. And that will move Revere over to second base. So now Nick Kroll, who had the other leadoff walk a couple innings ago, now is a runner in scoring position for the Crusaders. Missing on that inside a couple of times. And Pichetti falling behind again. Now 2-0. It's the inside corner that time, and now 2-1. It's popped up and fouled away. Count evens up at 2-2. It was back in the third inning that Pichetti had to really get out of a jam with a couple of runners on. He got 2 strikeouts to end it. Gets the inside corner that time on a called strike 3. And there's 2 away.
The third baseman, Alex Kerbasic.
So now they'll bring it to the top of the order for Kerbasic. Rossetti with another huge strikeout. Now needs one more out to end this one. In the 5th inning, LTU has been trying to get on the floor so many times. Garbasic comes up empty on that first swing. A 1 pitch. Got him swinging that time. Now it's 0-2. This is where Pichetti is very dominant when he needs his best. Trying to leave that runner stranded at second base. 0-2. Missed the spot. Now it's 1-2. Still way ahead in the count. That one is fouled away. Garbasic trying to really get into the pitch count. Revere at second. He walked. Rossetti trying to leave him there. Chopper. It's going to be a tough play. Reed with a long throw, and it's not going to be in time. That was deep in the hole. It got past Logan Walker, who's checked into the game for Nick Post.
The left fielder, Anthony Sharkus.
It's going to be a hit for Garbasic. And now they got the corners for Anthony Sharkus. Gets that first pitch. Sharkus did not like it. Neither did the Madonna bench. Rossetti will take it. In the dirt. Good stop there by Earhart. It's now 1-1. Trying to leave him at the corners. It's now 2-1. Now 3-1 on Sharkus. Three-one pitch. And it's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. A huge spot for the number 3 hitter, that is Jace Mackin.
The center fielder, Jace Matkin.
So Bruschetti really having to work. Bases loaded, 2 outs. You have to strike in on Mackin. Mackin with 12 RBIs and 3 home runs so far this year. There's a chance for Madonna to get on the board first. Fouled away, and Bruschetti is a strike away. Trying to leave them loaded. 0-2. High and away. One-two pitch. And it gets away. And a run's going to come in. That pitch got away from Earhart. And it's 1-0 Crusaders. Now trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. 2-2. Now it's another full count. Payoff. Three walks in the inning for Bruschetti.
Right fielder, Matt Stelgray.
Now they'll bring up Stalegrave. Again, another bases loaded jam. 2 outs. First pitch strike. 1-0 Madonna on the wild pitch. And that's to the right side. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. And that would be 2 runs in. A 2-run single for Stalegrave. And it's 3-0. Madonna. So 3 walks and 1 hit in this inning. 3 runs in for the Crusaders.
Baseman Brady Krizik.
Now Krizik. Trying to keep it at 3-0 now is Bruschetti. That one's jammed up the middle. Reed will easy flip to second, and that will end the inning. So 3 walks and 1 hit. 3 runs in for Madonna. They find themselves leading 3-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
bottom of the fifth inning for the Blue Devils, center fielder number 6, Sam DeKuyper.
Shark is on the running play, and another good scoop by Kisak. First pitch retired is DeKuyper. We're into the bottom of the fifth inning. Is 3-0 Madonna.
Now back for Blue Devils, third baseman number 18, Logan Walker.
So now fresh into the game is Logan Walker, his first plate appearance. He looks at a first pitch strike. Nate Blaine has had to work in and out of a lot of trouble. First pitch up the second pitch up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. So Walker, fresh into the game for Nick Post, gets a 1-out single.
Now back for Blue Devils, designated hitter number 36, Joel Sturdivant.
Top of the order, Joel Cerneman. That one is in the left. Easy routine play there for the second out.
Now back for Blue Devils, second baseman number 13, Kevin Banashevsky.
So Blaine already working a pretty quick inning. Couple of pitches for a couple of outs. Walker at first. Here's Banashevsky. First pitch strike. Blue Devils trail 3-0. That one just missed. Madonna is really hollering from their bench. Fouled away. Giving it a chance is Beetle, and it just lands over the screen. One and two now on Banashevsky. Now Blue Devils have to rally. Down by 3. Called strike 3. And that will end the inning. So it hit, a strikeout, and one man left on base. We go to the 6th inning. It is 3-0 Madonna.
Staring up the road, and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Leading off the top of the 6th inning, catcher number 27, Zachary Beetle.
First one misses high. Dominic Pichetti back to work. Down against Madonna, 3-0 is LTU. Now misses low to Beetle. Now it's 2-0. Beetle has reached base. Now he's back in his first at bat. Came up empty and struck out in his second at bat. Windy day here in Detroit at the Corner Ballpark. Now misses high. Now it's 3-1. Pichetti had 3 walks in that last 5th inning. Came up empty. Got a piece. Now it's full count. Going into this matchup, Pichetti only had 11 walks. Payoff. That one is into left field. Back is Olsen, and that one is out of here. Beetle with the home run, and it's 4-0 Madonna.
The shortstop out of the beer.
So now Revere looks at a ball a little. Revere walked in his last at bat. That was the start of the 3-run inning back in the 5th. Came up empty. Now it's 1-1. All right, come inside and missed. 2-1 now on Revere. Zachary Beetle, that is his 2nd home run of the season, 1st at the conference. County was up at 2-2. Pichetti trying to keep it at 4-0. Swung on and missed. No strikeout for Pichetti, and that's the first out of the inning.
The designated hitter, Jake Z.
So one away after the homer, and that'll bring up Jake Zeeb, designated hitter. That one misses in and high. Zeeb hitting .250 this year, coming in 12 plate appearances and 3 hits. Gets the inside corner that time is Pichetti, and it's 1-1. Missed away that time, now it's 2-1. Only just the 2nd home run given up by Pichetti, and now he's even up the count on Z, 2-2. That one's into center field. Backing up is to Kuiper on the run, and he makes the catch. And that's the 2nd out.
The second baseman, Nick Kroll.
Now number 9 hitter Nick Kroll will stand in. And swing, but he was able to hold up on ball 1. Kroll hitting .222 this year with 6 hits. Fouled that one back, and it's now 1-1. Gets the inside corner again, and it's now 1-2. So Brichetti, again, one pitch away from ending this frame, keeping it at a 4-run deficit. Ground ball at third, Walker. And that's will retire the side. So the home run by Beadle makes it 4-0. Madonna, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th inning, left fielder number 29, Nick Olsen.
Blue Devils have some work to do. They find themselves trailing 4-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Olsen trying to lead things off. Comes up empty in the first swing. Nate Blaine has been efficient. This is high that time. Blaine, since the first inning, after the first inning rather, when he had a clean 1-2-3 frame, he's had to deal with base runners, but has retired all of them. Finds himself behind Olsen, 2-1. Olsen trying to get the offense going. Pops that one up foul. Lands in the concourse. Blaine has kept the bats quiet after LTU put on a hitting display in the doubleheader against Rochester yesterday, scoring 18 runs in the first game and the same thing in the second game. Total of 36 runs. This is low, and it's a full count. Payoff. Missed it away, and that's a walk. First walk for Blaine, and that's a leadoff base runner for LTU.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, right fielder number 28, Jake Yanessa.
So runner aboard now for Yanessa. And base in his first at bat. Looks at first pitch strike from Blaine. The heart of the lineup will face Blaine this inning. Gobbled up there by Beadle, who had the home run in the last half inning, extended the lead from 3-4. Payoff try, and Olsen gets back in there. Blaine does have a pickoff. He picked off Trent Reed when LTU had him at the corners with one out. That one's through the hole, a base hit. Olsen will stop at second. Now a walk and a base hit. 2 runners on for LTU as Jakey Nessa picks up his second hit of the game.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, first baseman number 25, Justin Lukoviak.
There is action in the Madonna bullpen. Two on with nobody out for Lukoviak. A huge spot. 7th year in this program for Bukoviak. Looks at a strike. Now it goes 1-1. Trying to crack into this deficit. That one's fouled away. One and two now. Blaine trying to get a crucial out to try to once again work his way out of traffic. That one just missed low, and it's now 2-2. Two. Shot foul. Bukoviak keeps the at-bat alive. Olsen walked. Yanessa singled. That one is into center field. And Olsen did not keep track. And this is going to be a double play. So now there's 2 outs, a runner still at first. I'll bring up Trent Reed. One on Reed. Came up empty, and now it's down the count 0-2. Lane trying again, leave them where they're at. And he does. Beetle to first. And they leave a runner at on base again. So a walk, a hit, and 1 man left on base. It remains 4-0 as we go into the 7th inning. Popped up into the gap. The Kuiper over there to make the grab it. Right on the warning track. Long drive by Sharkus for a long first out of the inning.
Sharkus.
One away now for Mackin. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. And correct me, this is Sharkus, and it's aboard. It was Garbasic who recorded the first out. And Sharkus with a one-out single. Fifth hit for Madonna. 4 runs across. Now they'll bring up Jace Mackin. He walked when he had the bases loaded. A wild pitch, scored 1. Chopped to third. Second for 1. They try to turn it, and they cannot. So 2 outs now, and a runner still at first.
The right fielder, Matt Stilgrave.
So 2 outs now for Stilgrave. He drove in 2 runs on a single with the bases loaded back in the 5th inning. Muschetti trying to finish out this 7-inning frame. This will be a 7-inning game here in Game 1, and a 9-inning game in the game later on. Foul tipped, and Muschetti now strike away from having himself a quick 7th inning. That one's fouled away. Oh, 2 again. Runner goes. That one's fouled. Muschetti up to this point been very efficient, but the 3 walks and the 1 hit back in the 5th inning is the result of this 4-0 deficit. Gave up a home run in the 6th. Other than that, has racked up the strikeouts. And he gets another, and that will end the inning. So LTU has 3 more outs. They find themselves trailing 4-0. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Game 1.
Mixtape's got a little Hank, little Drake, a little something bumping, thumping on the wheel right. The mix and our drink's a little stronger than you think, so get a grip, take a sip of that steel right. Trucks jacked up, flat bills flip back. Yeah, you can find us where the party's at. This is how we roll. We hanging around, singing everything on the radio.
On the mound for the Crusaders, number 23, Andrew Severini. Leading off the bottom of the seventh inning for the Blue Devils, catcher number 10, Jason Earhart.
Last chance for LTU. Trying to make a comeback in this seventh inning. They find themselves down 4-0, and a new pitcher for Madonna is Andrew Severini. Trying to nail down this game one. This is on the first pitch to Jason Earhart. Severini coming in with an ERA of 9.24. He's made a couple of starts this year, but now he's converted to the bullpen. Jam shot over to third, and an easy pop-up for a guard basic. So one away here in the seventh.
The center fielder number 6, Sam the Kuiper.
One away now for Sam DeKuyper. Logan Walker to follow on the order, trying to get something going for LTU. First pitch strike by Severini. This is a total of a little over 12 innings. He's given up 16 hits and 13 earned runs. Beal tried to stick that one, but it's down low for ball one. Down swinging that time. Now the Kuiper's down the count, 1-2. One, two from Severini. That was down low, and the count evens up at 2-2. That one misses, and the count goes full. Payoff pitch to DeKuyper. Looks like Beal got handcuffed, and it's ball four, so another walk. Only the second for Madonna pitching, and DeKuyper is aboard with one out.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, third baseman number 18, Logan Walker.
1 on, 1 out for Walker. He singled in his first at bat when he came in for Nick Post. Looks at a first pitch strike. Walker coming into this contest with a hitting average of .080. Looks at that ball, and it's now 1-1. Total 25 at bats and 2 hits and 3 RBIs. Got a hit in his first at bat, trying to keep the inning alive. Severini losing a bit of command. Now it's 2-1. Kuiper at first. He walked. Now 3-1 to Logan Walker. If Walker were to reach it, turn things over to the top of the lineup with Sterneman. Trying to give LTU a good chance of getting back into this game. Payoff pitch and another walk. So back-to-back walks by Severini. And there's 2 runners on with 1 out here in the 7th inning.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, designated hitter number 30,
Now it'll be Nick Allen pinch running for Walker over at first base.
In front of Blue Devils number 1, Nick Allen.
So top of the lineup now for Sterneman. 2 on with one out. In the dirt, but a good stop there by Beetle. Count is 1-0. Severini's able to paint the corner at that time. Now it's 1-1. Sterneman coming in this contest had 71 at bats. Total of 15 RBIs. That one is in the right. And it's going to drop for a hit. Here comes the Kuiper. Throw is going to be cut off. And great base running with Nick Allen right behind. He's at third. And it's an RBI single for Joel Struneman. And Blue Devils are on the board. It's 4-1.
Now back for the Blue Devils, second baseman number 13, Alan Benishevsky.
They're at the corners for one out. Now for Benishevsky. Looks like a first pitch strike. Big spot in this game. In the dirt again, and again, Beatles having to go down and stop it. Nick Allen at third. Sterneman at first. One pitch. Ground ball at third. They go to second for one. And at first. And Benishevsky is able to beat it out. Nick Allen scores, and it's now 4-2.
Now back for the Blue Devils, left fielder number 25, Nick Olsen.
Now the tying run is at the plate with Nick Olsen. Severini trying to get one more out for the Crusaders. Gets ahead 0-1. Smothered up there by Beetle. Now it's 1-1. So 2 walks have come around to score here in this 7th inning to cut this deficit in half. Now it's popped up in foul territory, and it's going to continue to go foul. Severini a strike away from putting this one in the books for Madonna. Olsen has got good power. Had 2 home runs in a doubleheader yesterday against Rochester. 1-2. Curveball, strike 3 called. And the Crusaders win game 1. A final of 4-2. So Lawrence Tech, try as they might, they settle for 2 runs here in the 7th inning. So Madonna wins this one by a total final of 4-2. That's Madonna's first conference win of the year. LTU will suffer their first conference loss. They go to 2-1 in conference play, and now the Crusaders are 1-0 in conference play. So stick around as Game 2 will be underway in about 20 to 30 minutes right here in the LTU Sports Network. John Still will be right here again for the call. We'll see you in a little bit.